It is going to be the part 5 of Matcha Cookie and Smoked Cheese Cookie by Dancing Spelled Wrong. It got 59 comics and 3 favorites that I probably recently that we've seen these videos from the past few days. In the previous amount of videos that we already seen that he tried to date someone else, for one of these guys are absolutely unable to date around here that she felt scared around here for these one of the guys. They have tensioned them as well until she found him as Smoked Cheese Cookie is probably finding out where somewhere else to do this as well. She started their relations with Smoked Cheese Cookie and started dating for unknown reasons. She had a date around here for somewhere else. They have find something around here in the concept arts around here in the art house or the art museum for something else or something that I'm not pretty sure. She have cuddles with it and anything around here, but the Dr. Bones realized that he would not able to relation her for something else. Even though the evil love around here for just like this, just to find her amusing around here for this one. They're dating in a fun place with not anybody else that we already seen like that way. But even though they have even for a romance reasons or some sort of a moment where the romance is going around here, but I'm pretty sure that isn't going to be telling anybody as well. He realized or she realized she tells Dark Enchantress Cookie she has a boyfriend with even Smoked Cheese Cookie as well. They have visited in the Golden Cheese Kingdom that even though I cannot believe Matcha Cookie have just came up with anything as well. She was interested around here according to Mozzarella Cookie. He tells even though that I just totally forgot her name, that Chocolate Drizzle Cookie give him some flowers to give it to something else like Matcha Cookie. He went to a laboratorium and give it to the flowers to Matcha Cookie as well. They married their wedding dress to have for plans for a wedding, so they have kissed it as well, and they doing a human matings around here after wedding activities. So even though Smoked Cheese Cookie impregnated her around here for this one, but there is also having for their concepts around here for this time as well. The concept like anything around here for this one, as we didn't know it around here approximately even a little bit amount of months later as well. She tries to learn to be a mother and Smoked Cheese Cookie was trying to becoming a father as well. Even they have made a wedding gift to bake some breads and give it there to Dark Enchantress Cookie. Even though Dark Enchantress Cookie wasn't going to be exactly what Easily is going to do. And so on. 2 babies were born around here in recent years later around here for somewhere. They have a child around here and they're becoming a parenthood for absolutely this one for something else. There is for a complete amusing after his defeat he was taken to tomb and being woke up for something else and kicked out of the kingdom as we never know it. There was some kind of a little bit of problem, but Peppino asked them to kiss, but probably that wasn't going to be for some kind of like that thing. The most like recently as well, but the love almost betrayed around here for something as well. He asked him for something for a little bit of amusing around here or agreements like this one, and she also needs the cuddles still, and still absolutely going a little bit good around here for overhead around here, and they're absolutely already good as well. They have taken to something where the place where I'm not very sure that Eternal Sugar's Garden that they have enjoyed a little bit for some times ago. They absolutely realize that Pomegranate see something like that and She allows boys for the fun cave to do whatever thing they want, especially for smoked cheese cookie to give them a kiss. That she was completely happy, and she was already a scholarly maid since last year. She sees something amphibia like this one, even for some kind of like anything as well. Even though another one for some sort of like this, they already did the human matings once again. Even for sure that I already seen this in for recent parts ago. And even though that must be canon versus fanon or something like as well, they kissed it anyway during the New Year's Day or even the New Year's Eve whatsoever. Even though they started even to protect her from something else like this thing or some kind of a tiger, as I'm probably didn't remember for something as well. Nutmeg Tiger Cookie tries to attack her after marriage or something for a pretty long time. They made their own team, and then they have exposed something unique after their relations with Matcha and smoked cheese cookie. But even though Pomegranate Cookie realized she absolutely tries to force them to be divorced, but however, one of the other kinds of cookies have found them dating for a pretty long time whatsoever, and they have already improved each other for a probably amount of time as well. And then it goes up for now, right in a last few parts anyway for around here to do so, before it will be absolutely taking for a amount of 15 minutes that I already posted for this video. No ad pop-ups, check. Everything is absolutely completely fine for just enough around here for long. Like anything for long lasting relationships wasn't going to be for something as well. And even though their archives wasn't gonna be a little bit correct around here, as you can see into the description, the only relationship that might say is Moldo and Clover, but the other two that just ideas I'm throwing around until both Venom and Pom Pom get released, so I could get a feel for their characters. And well, I wasn't gonna be asking for around here that Dark Enchantress Cookie asking her, Matcha, you're married to a member of the Golden Cheese's court. You know where they keep their archives, correct? If I did know, I'm not going to give it away. Asking Matcha Cookie. Then why did ever marry the enemy if you're not going to betray them? Even answered Enchantress Cookie, because I love him. Even though that he already says, Matcha, we're going to war with these cookies. All that stand in our way will crumble. You even said you've offered assistance in your efforts to crumble the enemy's line. And that was where before he switched into the good side. And even then, he's still my husband. And I love for him for overseas every evil plot you have. Also, you give me a bad anxiety. I'm like seconds for passing out just staring at you. But even though one of his enemies for like one of them as well, they also feature Clover Cookie appeared out of nowhere and Agar Cookie and Fituine or Fitucine Cookie. At least 3 won't abandon the cause over some relationship, said Dark Enchantress Cookie. I've already said around here for one of the stories around here, but maybe one day, because they're asking him to have some children, but not even them as well. But even them as well. You see as well, not anytime soon, but at least Smoked Cheese is into an idea for something else as well. So, even that she says, no way, kids are loud and messy, and I have to go through something as well, maybe was not gonna be for to do this as well. So, maybe time that where children were inside, even though that I could have believed that wasn't going to be for some sort of like anything as well. Just before he impregnates her for some sort of for unknown reasons, but there might going to be three of them as well. Even though they try to attempt to do something about their in their future that they have made for something around here, like not anyways for around here just like that, but this is absolutely a prediction of one of themselves for the future of them relationships like them as well, even that you know for about look like this time. Another comic post is I made your next song, you're welcome. You know I could make a nasty song like Benji. I have no musical understanding and make a half axes or acid lyrics. But even though this is definitely turned into something like You're Welcome from Rowana, even though that I just heard it back in 7 years now that I probably already heard around here. She asking for something as well, but that wasn't going to be making anything around here. They started to sing, and even though Pepino just absolutely screwed it, and even though as well, another one is all with Crumble as well, but not anyway as well. It was just before something like that for the Dark Enchantress War. And that includes your husband. Perhaps he would be have been better off your side. But even though it was during the Dark Enchantress War, but looks like even she remembers him as well, that Smokey was probably in trouble and he was completely crumbled to death as well. So he was absolutely gone. But unfortunately, Smoked Cheese Cookie died in the war, except for her kids. But she attacks her husband as well, but even though as well, because she regretted him as possible. All cookies have eventually tried to being crumbled by Dark Enchantress Cookie, even though that was already treasoned about something else. Unless he wasn't alive around here. Smoked Cheese Cookie wasn't alive before, but unfortunately, Smoked Cheese Cookie has gone, passed away. But after, for something as well, a part of you, the most ridiculous part of you, was still hoping for a good relationship. Even though you know what is never going to be supposed to be possible, unfortunately, Smoked Cheese Cookie has died. And after Dark Enchantress Cookie has been defeated, even sacrificed with, even though two of them as well, Solidarity of Light, Silent Salt Cookie, or even White Lily Cookie. Even though her feelings was just gone, but when after Smoked Cheese Cookie has just died after war, but even though she getted her for a free pie, but even though she absolutely had it a little bit for this one, so he wasn't alive around here for this one, but you know, that wasn't going to be for this one, but all I had was this thing as well, or the anomaly. The free Chura episode of BoJack Horseman was way too many good moments that matches Matcha and Dark Enchantress relationship, and Smoked Cheese is unable to help, but he can listen, and well, that works for her. And last one, this isn't going to be like anything as well. And so, Smoked Cheese Cookie was already gone. I'm a fool, so much finding a little bit for this one, so you could actually see one of the words, but you can't actually see them. If you are a nerd that you look at around here for this one. So, that already takes place on May 22nd of 2026 before Pride Month. And that was everything around here for just like now. And well, that was already been around here for some place around here for this one, because it has been over 18 minutes of this video, but another part's around here for just a little bit amount of long if we scroll down for a full story for just probably for a bit. But I'm sorry, I was just a little bit dumb around here when I was looking around here, like anything around here, and speak to the commentary for just like that. Even though these videos are gonna be just like live streams, whatever is going to be look like it is. So the series is gonna be linked in the description according to his profile right over there, and you can check it out for his comic series or her comic series just right into the description below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in another video around here for these things as well. But somewhere in the future, nothing could absolutely posted more comments or even posting more comics about Matcha Cookie and Smoked Cheese Cookie. But unfortunately, Smoked Cheese Cookie died in the Dark Enchantress War, or War on Earthbread as we know it. Thanks for watching, and anything else that we already said, this is TC is signing off, and I'll talk to you mini lads and comic studio users all later.